Hello, we are Geeks Assembled, and today we are carrying on our horror theme for October. And today we are talking a vampire movie, a fairly modern one from 2007, I think it was.
2000. Oh, yeah, you're right. 2007.
Yep, there you go, you see. And it's called 30 Days of Night, based on a graphic novel, apparently. So we're going to go on the opening thoughts of these guys here. So I don't know what Susan's doing with her hand, but she's all like that. So we'll go to Susan. She's directing us over that way. We'll go to Susan first.
Okay. Okay. So it's a scary movie about people who are cut off from all communication with the outside world and really all ability to travel to the outside world because the last flight to Anchorage has happened. These are people up above the Arctic Circle where there is 30 days of night in the dead of winter. And so literally the dead of winter, these dead folks, these Nosferatu come into the town and start eating people. And the first thing they do is they send a Renfield ahead of time, and he slaughters some dogs, and that's really sad. It's a really horrible way to start the movie, and Susie felt sad and wanted to stop, but kept on going because of podcasting anyway. So yeah, that was and you know, it left these two, it left these people in a really tough place where they had to survive for 30 days, where where these guys are trying to eat them. Anyway, can imagine that this would be like the perfect place for vampires, and I'm pretty sure that that's why the graphic novel was created, and that's why, you know, they did the movie, because it is a really, really awesome thing to think about for vampires. If vampires had fandoms, this would be their, you know, super cool, like this is their pipe dream. Anyway, that's my opening thoughts on it. And Alex.
Yeah, it's an interesting cast. It's actually not bad. They do look, reasonably scary. I don't know if the story of the plot made any sense, but it was reasonably scary, and it had some interesting stunts, and it's pretty much an interesting cast. So,
Thanks for that, you two. Over to Ethan then.
Yeah. This was actually the first time I've watched it, actually. I never got around to watching it when it first came out, but it looked good. I remember the graphic novel or comics when it came out. I've never seen the pictures. But yeah, it is a good vampire film, actually. I really liked it because it is back to scary stuff. And I liked what Susan mentioned there about the stranger. That's literally just what he's known as, the stranger, played by... oh God, what's his name? The actor, I can't remember the actor's name, but the stranger anyway, that he is pretty much Renfield. He comes in pretty much like a Renfield. And the vampires, I thought, were very cool. They do have that scary vampire style, which is my favorite kind. And I love how at the start, pretty much 20, 25 minutes of it, you never see them. You just see these creepy shadows and people. You hardly see them until a little bit later on, which I thought was very clever. And because usually some vampires, they always just come in. But I liked how you didn't see them until halfway through the film. Well, 30 minutes in. Danny Houston as, what's his name? Marlowe, the lead vampire. Yeah. He was brilliant. He was brilliant. For me, he was one of the best characters in that. He was a proper good villain and a very good vampire. And I loved how he spoke a different language. And he had some very good quotes like, the things they'll believe. And the best one is, God, no God.
Yeah.
Okay, Ben Foster is the guy who played the stranger.
That's him. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah. And No, and it does have a very good setting. It sort of reminded me of The Thing, which is one of my favorite horror films, one of the best horror films ever.
There you
It
go.
reminds me of that.
That's good.
Yeah, but instead of an alien, it's vampires. It's that whole anxiety, isolated, shut off from the world. No one's coming to help you. You're screwed. Style. And yeah, it's brilliant. It just really is. And the fact that it's like 30 nights lumbered with these buggers coming after you, it's a cleverly written. It is actually quite a good written vampire story. And like I said, the vampires themselves are brilliant. And some good actors as well in it. Josh Hartnett, who I haven't seen for a long time, actually. And a big shout out to Manu Bennett, who plays his mate. I love him as Deathstroke in Arrow. He's brilliant. But I had to point him out because I was like, oh, it's Deathstroke. But yeah, no, I actually enjoyed this. And some good, creepy, scary moments and some good gore in it.
Oh, yeah. You can't beat a bit of gore.
Oh, yeah. Some good gore in it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I totally agree with Ethan about the Thing feel of it, being in the snow. But also, you also get a nod to the Thing is when all the dogs are killed, because that happens in the Thing as well. The vampires, some of the best vampires in movies, this one. As we said, Danny Houston, brilliant. I mean, he's a very tall actor. I think he's the son of the famous director, isn't he, Houston? As far as I remember. Danny Houston?
Yeah.
Whoever pulls it up first.
Yeah. But brilliant actor. As I said, you had Josh Hartnett and Melissa George. Brilliant. I mean, it's the atmosphere of the movie. They can't get out. Where there's wide open space there, but there's nothing there.
Mm-hmm.
Just snow. So they have to stay in the town and survive. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I mean, I had seen it since I purchased the DVD when it first came out back then. So it was good to rewatch it and sit down this October and watch all this gory stuff. So let's go to favorite scenes or things you wasn't so keen on. We'll go back to Ethan.
Yeah. Right. First two that come into mind. Well, I think I said the first part of the film I actually quite like because I do like the whole setup of the vampires that you hardly see them. You just see very brief snippets of them in the background and like just shadows going. And, just then like somebody stand there going, I liked that. It sets them up. Pretty much even all the good quotes with Danny Houston and stuff. Because, like as we said, he's got some great quotes. I like the fight in the grinder factory, whatever it was. Yeah. And I just love that bit where Manu Bennett comes in, bashes that vampire, and then into the grinder. That was great. A pretty good creepy scene, actually, was that little girl. That little girl in the store. That was that's a good creepy scene, actually. That's the last thing that's the worst combination you could ever get. They always say scary children and mixed with vampires or ghosts or zombies. So a scary child mixed with scary vampires. You're buggered.
But they say the effects in this are brilliant. As you said with the grinding machine, that where he has to kill his friend because he's infected by the vampire. I mean, that axe got a lot of use in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
It really did. But the effects are awesome. Let's go to Susan and Alex then.
All right. Here's Alex.
Yeah, they had a lot of good stunts, and they made the vampires look really creepy and bloody and all that. So I guess if you like a lot of gore, they had some. I like the pushing the car onto the roof scene. So that I like that a lot, where they push the car into the roof, and why they didn't get injured, I don't know why, but
And you like Melissa George and Josh Hartnett too, don't you?
yeah, like I said, it's an interesting cast.
Okay. So I guess I agree with Ethan. My favorite scene was the kid in the store, the child vampire in the store. Unlike all those other lores that say don't ever turn a child into a vampire, they were okay with this, and so that was fun. And the other thing that was really eerie was when they change and they scream that scream, and that was really the sound effects were really awesome with the voices and stuff. That was great, and yeah, there was lots and lots of good special effects, blood and gore and stuff, and then the other parts that I liked were them being pulled under the houses. Like I kind of know why the houses were up on stilts because of the depth of snow, but I mean it's still like it was that was so fun and crazy effective. That was really cool. Anyway, and Josh Hartnett had been. I knew I'd seen him in something recently. He was in Penny Dreadful for 3 years.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
He played a guy, but with your name, Ethan Chandler. And yeah, so he was in that for 27 episodes. Anyway, so that's where you'd seen him recently. If you don't watch Drunk History or what is it? I guess Paradise Lost hasn't been released yet, but that's something that he's done, and it's fairly recent. Anyway, so those are the things, and I enjoyed it. I would highly recommend watching this. I used to watch it at my clients all the time because it was great on a big screen. It was really, really cool. It was even more isolating feeling. It was quite good. So yeah, those are my favorite moments and stuff.
Cheers.
Back over to you, Lee.
Thanks for that, Susan. Yeah, yeah. There's so many good things in this. I can't say there's any bad things in this. The effects, the way the vampires are portrayed, and the feel of it's just a really well mixed movie. I mean, I do like. I was taken aback by how easily is it Marlowe?
Yep,
Yeah.
Marlowe.
Yeah, the vampire was defeated. That came out of the blue. I wasn't expecting that when I first saw it.
That was the same with me. I went, whoa!
Yeah. Yeah, it's so easy. Well, it was a good fight, but I thought it was going to go a little bit longer. Yeah, I just think it's one of those movies where you don't expect a vampire movie to be set, and that I think that's why it works so well.
Mm-hmm.
And whoever came up with the idea, because of the 30 Days of Night, let's put some vampires in this. But brilliant, yeah. And I agree with what Susan said about that unearthly screeching. That did really grate on you. It was really well done, and I like the way as well as they portrayed the vampires, but where they were all prowling on the roofs and that, they were sniffing. I like the way they were sniffing and just like dogs. But really well portrayed. So apart from that, shall we go to final say and score on the 30 Days of Night?
Sure.
Ethan. Over to you.
Yeah, yeah, I did enjoy this film. I am going to give it a 9 out of 10. Only reason is there are other vampire films that I like more than this and stories and stuff. But I am going to give it a 9 out of 10 because it was unexpected. It is a good setting. I mean, as Lee said, whoever came up with this, bang on, mate. You know, saying, oh, let's just shove people in there. 30 days, you're buggered by. Work this one out. But
Yeah, well,
no, yeah,
no,
I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. Like I said, there are other vampire films that I love and TV shows and stories I love better than. But no, 9 out of 10 is a good film. And I really enjoyed it. Well recommended.
it's not a bad score either. Susan and Alex.
Okay, here's Alex.
Uh, okay, I'll give it an 8, but like I said, it's just I know it was a good movie. I just didn't love it, but that's all right. Like I said, I liked a few scenes and it had a good cast. So
And I will split the difference between Alex and Ethan, and I'll give it an 8.5. I'll watch it again. This isn't the last time I'll see this. And yeah, that's it for us.
Cool. Oh dear, where do I go? I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go 9. I think I enjoyed it. It's well, it's. I was gonna say it's something fresh, but I mean it's 2007, but it still feels fresh. Um, it didn't bore me. From beginning to end, I was enthralled with it. So yeah, it did its job. A nan for me, I think. And also as well, not giving any spoilers. We're seeing it's an older film, but the hero sacrifices everything.
Uh-huh.
It's what a way to go. Brilliant way to go. Yeah, so it's a nan from me. So before I'd like to thank you guys for joining me talking about this vampire movie. You guys out there, leave a comment, or if you want to be on the cast, just leave a message, either on a video on YouTube or on Facebook or wherever you see us. We're all over the place. Yeah, Susan's ready to jump at the screen. Then you see that, but but so until next time, until we turn the lights on again, because this month we're all going to be sitting in the dark watching the TV because it's our horror month. So until next time. Oh.